but with the caveat of it's definitely for certain ages, for specific ages, but still it's a good story.
I got you. All right.
All right, so now I'm going to kick it over to JM the Thriller Priest.
Okay.
Who was sexualizing kids before the show.
Yeah.
We had a long conversation about this man wants to see Doug funny. He wants to see Doug funny get all up in that patty mayonnaise.
You about to get me yoked up, man. I'm like, come on, son. I'm not trying to get up on me.
Calls it like it is.
Hater.
All right.
You're going to hell for that one, man.
I'm sitting this one out.
Real, P. Jeez, you want to give me...
He was sucking at you, sir. All right, we'll fix that in post.
He's talking to you?
We'll fix that in
post.
Yeah, all right.
Right now.
By the way, that riff harks on a joke before the show started, folks.
Sam the Thriller Priest has the inside stuff on WWE Clash of Champions. Now, as we're burning time on air, my man, give me your thoughts on this latest WWE. Actually, the final pay-per-view for 2017. Am I correct?
Of WWE, yes. Maybe everybody. Oh, but definitely WWE. All right, let me get my mind right. After Pete just threw me out there like that. All right, Dolph Ziggler went up against Baron Corbin and Bobby Roode. Let me double back. This event actually happened here in Boston last night.
Were you there?
Nah, I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I mean, you know, if you had got me some tickets with the sponsorship that we got this deal.
The most of the expenses for the last few months have come out of my pocket, right?
Fair enough.
So
this uses the petty cash. Right.
You know where the show funds went to get you that energy drink, brother. You're welcome.
This constitutes all of the petty cash right here.
Fair enough.
Savor it. All
right. So it happened in Boston. Last pay-per-view of the year, as P laid out. Dolph Ziggler went up against Baron Corbin and Bobby Roode. Ziggler took it. I mean, it was just a standard triple threat match, but it was high-paced. It was really good to see these guys go and move quickly. They did their standard superplex powerbomb combo, which they do in almost every triple threat match. Match ended with the deep six / zigzag combo, where Ziggler took it. My only issue with this is that this was a fine opportunity to have thrown the strap on Bobby Roode to show that we're actually moving in a direction towards the future without just giving it to another old guy. But I assume since Vince is really trying to prepare for WrestleMania, that may happen at WrestleMania for the WrestleMania moment, because Vince knows what New Japan is doing with this monster match at New Japan on Wrestle Kingdom next month, where Chris Jericho
gearing up, isn't it?
They're gearing up, man. They're beginning of next month. They have their big match where Chris Jericho is going up against Kenny Omega, and they've been building this up for a while. So I mean, Vince has to figure out a way.
Was it?
And the press conference was awesome. So I mean, they're trying to build this up. So I can see Vince saying, "Let's hold off on that. This Bobby Roode getting the title until then." Tag team title match was a 4-way tag team match for the SmackDown title. The Usos went up against the New Day, Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, as well as Rusev and Aiden English. One of the things that I noticed is the commentators are spending so much time trying to defend and build up Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, because at the end, they don't really have personality. I mean, you have the Usos who come out
and they ain't nothing.
I mean, really, it's just like, oh, you're American Alpha Point 2.0. And it's just like, you really don't have anything. You can wrestle great, but I'm not bought into your gimmick at all. I mean, Boston fans are some of the worst. So, I mean, they came out and just like, okay, you can wrestle. Great, but you got to entertain me first. So, I mean, the Usos come out. They're wearing the black and the gold because, you know, Bruins colors. You're in Boston. They're talking trash. The New Day comes out. They didn't even speak this go around. But they're handing out pancakes. That's their new gimmick, is hand out pancakes to the audience. Like, legit, just throw pancakes at people.
Is there a theme?
I'm assuming it goes along with breakfast because of the Booty-O's breakfast cereal. So they're doing pancakes. And folks are eating these pancakes. They're flipping them out. It's just, it's hilarious. People are like, let me get these pancakes. And like, they didn't even say anything, but the gimmick was there.
Oh, wait. Are they calling them booty flaps? That's a booty old flapjacks. Booty flaps on it.
Oh, and I'm the one who sexualizing Doug. All right,
all right. Theme is booty, and they got flapjacks. Come on, man. See, now he all defensive.
Yes.
As I should be.
Yes.
Rusev and Aiden English is a recent team they threw together. And at first I wasn't buying it, but the gimmick is so good. I mean, all it is Aiden English, who's a trained opera singer, sings about Rusev, and they're a tag team. To the point where his whole thing is Rusev Day, that every day is Rusev Day, because in Bulgaria they honor Rusev. So the audience is cheering Rusev Day. And to see that the audience is bought into this gimmick for a guy who was set up to fail, because we knew this was a tag team is supposed to fail. That Rusev is getting punished because of how he broke storyline with him and Lana on TMZ, and Vince is slapping.
You're talking about Vince McMahon doesn't care about black people. Oh, wait, that wasn't him?
That wasn't him. That wasn't him. That wasn't him.
How out of breath you were when you said that, too.
No, that's how he said it.
All right.
Yeah. That wasn't what he said.
I'm going to say it again. Adam, you look at him like...
Who didn't?
Oh,
not my president.
Yo, he said it with such a straight face, too. That whole... I'm sorry, when I was watching, I'm just like... That is shady. I feel so bad for Mike Myers. He just had this look like, where do I go?
Oh,
I don't
so
know
perfect.
what to do.
His eyes, though. So perfect. Anyways.
Instead of like, hello.
It was like, so Clay, how do you feel about this? George Bush is like black people. Just didn't even look at him. Didn't even look at him. Mike Myers is freaking out. He just stayed deadpan to the camera.
Austin Powers jokes, anybody? No.
So Kanye, you ready to introduce Toby Keith?
He should have showed the shrug and just walked off.
So
but let's get back to this WWE thing.
Right.
But in any event, Usos kept the belt, but it was just really good to see how Rusev and Aiden English, especially a guy like Rusev who was destined to fail. I mean, but for him to be able to succeed, at least be able to get a following, is a great deal. Charlotte went up against Natalya in a lumberjack match. It was just standard Natalya's Charlotte match. It honestly was just kind of a waste of time. I'm not knocking them. The women wrestle, but it was just a match that you'll see on SmackDown anyway. So why did you throw it together? It's kind of a waste of a storyline, honestly.
Well, wasn't like a big thing where there was like something legit on the line? Wasn't there like
the title was on the line, but it's like they did this before the last pay-per-view, except this time it was like, oh, how can we get all the women on there? Let's put them all as lumberjacks. And it was just like a lumberjack match is a lazy way of trying to get everybody involved and try to get them all screen time without actually putting them in a match. Like lumberjack matches are the worst.
I was kind of hoping to see these ladies in like some flannel, and, putting beards on them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like Paul Bunyan.
Yeah, have them swing axes at each other. It's like wrestling's coming alive.
Nah, not at all. The Blunger brothers went up against Breezango. My only issue with this is the whole match was 1 minute and 58 seconds. And it's like, why do you have these guys who are clearly doing a squash match on television? I mean, on a pay-per-view. It's a squash match. You should have just got two random jobbers to go in there instead of fighting these two guys who are your comedic fighters. Breezango is a great comedic team. Their whole thing is doing comedy. They're the fashion police. They get these little segments every Tuesday night. So you throw them in a match for them to just get whooped up in 1 minute and 58. It's just a waste of time. It's almost disgusting because it's a waste of story time. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn went up against Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura. They won with some sort of controversy with Daniel Bryan doing a fast count. And AJ Styles went up against Jinder Mahal and kept his belt. Really was just a regular match between the two of them from the last pay-per-view again. So they just kind of recycle some of the matches.
Wait, so why is it all banal? Is it just like end of the year?
I think it's one of those, we got this pay-per-view that we have to kill. We got a major one coming up next month in Royal Rumble, but we got to gear up for WrestleMania. You're not going to kill a bunch
of storylines in this one, right?
You're not. Yeah. You just need to get this done because we got to make it through the big pay-per-view of Royal Rumble and really gear up for WrestleMania.
And where was this one hosted?
Here in Boston.
Yeah.
The one thing I do want to point out,
come with it.
The one thing I do want to point out here, and I'm gonna end with this. This is my biggest complaint about WWE is that they spend too much time talking, just talking. The whole pay-per-view from start to finish. I'm counting the pre-show in this because the pre-show had a match. Was 3 hours, 3.76 hours. I mean, for the whole thing, for the whole pay-per-view, from pre-show to close, 3.76 hours, right? Yes. I wish it was. I mean, in a good way, not with this ratio though. So the whole thing from start of pre-show to the end of the pay-per-view lights out was 3.76 hours. Literally 1 hour and 1.46 hours was spent on wrestling.
Really?
So a third of it was on wrestling. So 2/3 of it was just talking nonsense.
Well, the Academy Awards of wrestling shows.
I'm just like, what are you doing, man?
What kind of, was it interviews or was it like, when I get you in the ring, are they bringing that back?
That's it, yeah.
It's advertising for the network, it's advertising for the action figures. There's a scuffle in the back. People are just rolling around in the back. It's like all this time away for the ring.
Let me stay in the middle of the ring with a mic and be like, when I get you to WrestleMania.
Big Show and Shane are at it again.
Pretty much. No. It's just
Here comes AJ Styles off the top rope. They in the locker room. I mean, off the off the
trash
top
can
bench.
or whatever. And it's just like you spend.
Like this. Oh no, the blows just keep coming.
Do you think that's a consistent issue
with WWE,
or is just this one in particular that really stood out? But I think it's been
like this for a while. I think something just said to me earlier. I was like, let me just actually do the math on how much time they spend on just talking versus the actual wrestling. Because I'm gearing up for New Japan's pay-per-view for Wrestle Kingdom, and that is literally just matches. Like, by the way, match after match after match.
I like the selling of a match too. If you can, if you can talk, you know what I mean, do the promos, you know what I mean. There's certain wrestlers that can do that, but if it's like that much of the pay-per-view that you're paying for, like that's really not.
It's a problem.
It's a regular season match thing, not a pay-per-view match thing.
Right.
Well, pretty much. If I paid for the pay-per-view, you already sold me. Now give me the show.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. We're already here. Give me the action. You know what I mean? That's what I'm paying for. Literally paying for. Right?
So
stop teasing.
So with that,
looking like Mr. Dink.
The joke's dead. I'm not even bringing it back.
And my career
He's purple though, bro.
But anyway, should you see this? Honestly, you can take it or leave it. I mean, I don't really want to give it a thumbs down, but I mean, as long as you can take it or leave it. I mean, it's really hard to judge WWE's pay-per-views.
But if you're paying for it, isn't that a thumbs down?
I mean, if you're paying like $50 for it, you don't get that.
A thumbs down, right?
Oh, that's definitely a thumbs down. But if you got the network,
you got the network, watch it. You're gonna watch it anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Might as well watch it. But I mean, if you're paying like $50, do not. I mean, look at all these cameras. Don't pay $50 all right,
at
all.
That's what matters. You know what I mean? That's right. So
I want to talk to this next.
Pretty much.
Let's get it.
All right, thank you, brother. It's WWE Clash of Titans. Clash of Champions. Any other Clash would have been better. WWE scored by the Clash. Let's just say that.
The only band that matters. Yes.
All right, dude. Let's talk about I, Tonya.
Yes.
I, Tonya is the. Okay, now let me get this straight. It's the